Testing, testing. What's up? What's up? All right, let me send this invite to everybody. All right, let's see. Let's see how many people join up today. What's up? What's up? I was gonna give it a few minutes, see who else joins up in here. Can you guys hear me good? You guys can type in the little chat too. Um, that way there won't be a lot of people talking here. But there should be quite a bit in here. If you guys don't know, I am part of like, let me see, 3, 6, 8 different servers, and this message goes out to 8 different servers. So everybody hears from like different groups and stuff and people that they follow. So kind of cool. See a bunch of traders. But yeah, you guys have any questions? Feel free to let me know. Ask, put down a ticker down in the little chat area. You guys can type in there real quick. If you guys don't know, just go to tab on top and it just says messages, and you guys can go on there. So you guys should be receiving a message from me. What's up, everybody? What's up? Give it a few minutes still. How's everybody doing today? I know there's football on today, so I didn't expect everybody to come on. It's all good though. Welcome everybody. People joining still. So I'll start off by breaking off the futures, I guess, breaking them down and giving you guys levels for the week. We do have 4 days, 4-day trading week, so it's very short. Um, what up, Tiff? Something I do like to advise during this week is not to go too crazy on your trade, meaning don't go heavy positions, just because it's a shorter week and the moves can just kind of be flat, I guess. Not a lot of follow through because not a lot of volume comes in. But I think there is some earnings starting this week again. I know banks and airlines kicked them off and they reacted. Well, banks reacted positive and airlines reacted negative. And they both closed negative, I believe. If I have to go back and check, I will. But be aware that there's some important data coming out again. And on that day, you might get some crazy volume. So I guess just come and trade on that day if you want to get crazy with some trades, right? But either way, be aware of what's going on. I guess it takes everybody's part to do their own due diligence. I'm just here to provide levels and explain where I see the trend changes and where you can enter to go long and take profit and all that stuff. That's all I'm really here for, to give you guys some charts. You guys can see I don't use any indicators, so if anybody's wondering why I don't have any, that's the reason. If I go on this flexible grid, same thing, no indicators. Just show you this is the grid that I trade off of when I have my 2 monitors up. But anyways, the market here, I want to show you guys something important here, the weekly candles. What's up, James? The weekly candle here basically started off the week red and closed with a green candle here, and we're just chilling up here. The fact that there is a little gap right here on the weekly time frame, it's probably everybody's concern, but to be honest, it shouldn't be a big concern just because we're still kind of trading up here. Now, if this green candle would have been a red one, then I think we would have gone for that gap fill. But as of right now, it doesn't look like we're going for that level just yet. Unless something crazy happens this week and it just brings another bearish candle here, then I'll definitely be concerned. But as long as this specific candle just holds right here, this 47.30, and then 48.10, right, or just above 48, we should be okay to be holding our positions for longs. And yeah, um, the buyers are still in control. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm pointing out. Yes, we're at all-time highs, and we blew past these highs right here. Okay, doesn't mean that we're gonna continue going up. Doesn't mean that we're gonna have to drop down real fast. Doesn't mean that there's a market correction coming. Doesn't mean that everything's gonna go downhill. But definitely be aware that the buyers, the trend right now is still in control in general. So if you guys see those massive red candles, feel free to take them as higher risk trades, and go light on your position. Yeah, so the contracts rolled forward PA. It does signify that, but at the same time, it does signify that the market in general is still moving forward. It, if that was the case of contracts rolling over and not being in control, I think the trend would have faced more downside versus upside. So in general, buyers are in control. But yeah, that gap is something that a lot of people are going to be looking at in general. So that's the weekly, okay? And then also on the NQ, it's the same case, same scenario right here. This bottom actually never continued down. The green candle came in and just showed that buyers are totally in control. So I want to point that out first. Nothing else kind of matters right now. We're going to go on the 4-hour time frame, and this is where I chart at. Again, it's a 4-day week, so be aware. Use the pre-market level, guys. I think those are the biggest ones to use for the week, and those are the ones that can guide you for direction on the day. But just know that once we start breaking 48.30, and we're above 48.10, we're going to be looking for breakouts up here. And then here, from 48 to 48.10, we want this area to hold in order for this market not to drop. If this ends up holding the next 4 days, okay, basically the next week, there's a higher probability that into next week we start breaking out over here. If not, we're probably already closed right at top by the end of the week by the 4th day. So this is the level that I'm only watching for the week, that 48.10 and 48, for the buyers to come in and take control. That is literally it for /yes. Otherwise, if we're below 48, I would be very, very cautious on your puts, just because of the buyers that has showed up on Monday. Okay, these buyers right here, they just came in and wrecked everything. This was the majority of the buyers that came in on Monday from the previous week after the new year, after vacation and all that stuff, and they came in and just come and bought the dip all over the place. And a lot of names just during this little period, the next 4 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there was a lot of adjustments in the market in general. But overall, like I said, point out the big candle that's in control. If we stay 48, 48.10, I want to look for these same buyers that showed up here on Monday to show up right here at this level and to continue adding into the breakout at 48.30. Why 48.30 and not 48.41? That's probably what you guys are wondering. It becomes a psychological thing. And the fact that we had these sellers right here started showing up around 48.35, 48.37, just goes to show that if we start breaking above that 48.30, the sellers who were at 48.41 will not show up anymore. Okay, so that's kind of the reason why behind it. On top of that is because we have the buyers that showed up on Monday come on 48 and 48.10. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense for you guys. So look for a trend to continue up, or literally just come back down, and you'll look for 47.70, and then just trail every 10 points, guys. Okay, that's probably the easiest thing you guys can do this week, is every 10 points you trail your positions. Okay, especially if you're trading SPY or SPX. Okay, so that's basically your ES and you're just market sentiment. Okay, it's super easy, guys. You just gotta be patient, I guess, right? But let's talk about one specific name right now. I'm gonna give you guys my watch list, and after that, you guys feel free to give me some names, okay? So the first one I'm gonna give you is PayPal. What the heck is going on with PayPal? Who the heck knows? But I do know that we are in this crazy downtrend, and we're finally right here on the bottom again, trying to base out, trying to find some direction. This actually had a nice trend upwards after its earning from the bottom of 50 bucks, and then came out right here. It broke this trend line, dropped, came right back up, and now basing out. So why is this important? So it's important because after something ends up dropping and reclaiming something, the reclaim becomes a lot more stronger, and the breakout comes out with more strength and confirmation. So over the 6150, guys, I think that that's probably a better entry for you guys to take it all the way to that 6350. As you can see, there's not a lot of resistance here, and the reason I say that is because of all this. I would target the tops. Whenever we break out of a base, this one right here, the strength behind it becomes a lot more, and it'll bring it up to into the next top of supply. Now, yes, you got all this in here in between. Yes, that is support for now, but if we, like I said, if we start breaking above 6150 sometime this week, and these dips keep getting bought up around 6050 or even 61, the pressure is going to build and it's just going to pop, and therefore enter that day trade to take as much profit as you can while holding some swing trades into the next day as a continuation, if that were to be the case. But remember, when something pops, it always needs a retest. So you're either going to be the breakout trader or you're going to be the retest trader. Which one are you? It all depends. As long as you keep your position green, that's all that really matters. So this is number one for me for this week. As you guys can see, I already have alerts right here, 2 of them. And I'll add more as the days develop for PayPal. So that's PayPal. And then I have MU. MU is another one, very simple setup right here. I know the semis might get a little bit tension because I believe TSM has earnings. But this right here, use the 82. It's I'm gonna keep it as simple as this. If it's above 82, go long. If it's below 82, go short. I hope this makes sense for you guys, right? It's a slower mover, but it could move once a pattern breaks. So whichever direction it goes, go with it. If you enter at, let's say, 82.30, your stop loss is still 82. If you entered at 81.60, your stop loss is still 82. I hope that makes sense. Okay, super simple setup right here. You guys enjoy it and check out how it moves. All right. The next one is going to be low. This one actually stopped me out on Friday. I thought it was really going to pop off. Let me show you the 15. And it kind of did pop off right at the open, which I saw value in it, right? So here you go. Here's your resistance. There's your resistance right there. And then here, okay, so this candle right here, the opening candle, what that actually did, it actually opened red, okay? So it rejected, and as soon as I saw it go up, I entered right at like 220.30 right here. As soon as I saw that thing go green, and it popped, and I sent the messages out to all the servers saying, "Hey, let's go long on this. Let's see if it continues above 221." And as soon as I was doing that, this specific candle just continued to it pushed up real fast. So I went green maybe for about like 3 minutes, maybe 5 tops. And then this candle shows up here. And then I get stopped out right here at below the 220. I said, I'm not gonna hold this anymore. So and then this continued all the way down. It's called a rejection. And then 1, 2, 3, basically like a triple top, if you want to say. So either way, the trade was worth it for me, and I knew where to stop out. And I liked it just because of this trend right here. It almost looks like a big flag, well, a weird one. And then this here can look like a cup and handle, however you want to call it. As long as we're above 220 and 220, 30, 40, 50, I think this will start changing all the way back up into this 28 level. I'm hoping that this week does have a good week for it. Kind of run up, or it might just kind of go sideways. But I'm gonna monitor this. I won't go long unless we're above 220 level. sometime this week. We'll definitely wait up for that one, right? But that's slow. Let's check out another one. So this is gonna be Disney. You guys see why I have Disney here? What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. So Disney's a tough one to trade. It has these weird characteristics. It has a tendency to sometimes just go super green on the day, and then midday it'll literally give everything back and then go red. um, so the characteristics for Disney are very, very weird. It's better to buy on red versus a breakout. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now. It tends to pull back all the way to its opening price point, and then from there it decides to find a direction. It's weird. It just has weird characteristics. But I have this trend line here that I believe sometimes acts as a magnet. Trend lines are considered as magnets, meaning that they're attracted to them. Okay, and then of course the breakout, and then the retest, and then the rejection and whatnot, right? So we're just gonna look out for that. I'm gonna see if this holds right here and ends up popping back up into the like 91 or even 92. Okay, so stay tuned for this one. I would watch pre-market levels, kind of use the bottom of pre-market as a support and use the top of pre-market as a little breakout play, okay? So just kind of do it that way with Disney. Another pattern that's forming, FSLR. Can you guys see it? This is very, very clear, right? Like a falling wedge. And you guys feel free to type in the little chat section too. But yeah, I won't go long on this until right here, at least for right now. If this thing decides to stay down here for the next few days and then pop right here, then I'm okay with that. You know, just let it get tighter here. But it looks like it's still at support, kind of right here in this level. So it could probably take another 2 to 3 days, 2 days, depending how oil decides to go crazy. No, sorry, not oil. This is solar. My bad. Thought I was looking at a energy name. Well, kind of is, but it's all good. But yeah, just wait for this to break out at 162.40, 162.50. That's kind of where I'm going to be looking at for a breakout. Or if it just wants to squeeze a little bit further on down, then I'm okay with that, right? FSLR. You guys have any tickers for me to check out? I got like a couple more, and then I'll check this bad boy out. MDB. This name right here actually rejected up here at like 420, which is pretty cool because I ended up swinging this bad boy like this. Ended up taking profit. That was a nice trade that I took. But then this rejection happened, and it's trending back up, and then now right here it looks like it's trying to form a pattern. So I'm just gonna wait till pre-market and to see where it's at and how it's gonna react. But I'm gonna let it chill right here between this 390 and 395. That's where I have a lot of my alerts at, so I'll be waiting for that. Apple is the next one. This is kind of be like one of my favorites for this week if it continues to kind of base out right here. You guys can see. I know some people are gonna like draw some weird patterns on this, but I am somebody who likes to look at these bases and see where they're hold. The candle bodies is where all the pressure is being built. The wicks are just areas where people get stopped out at, people took profit at. It's the candle bodies that show the pressure and show the control points of everything. So if this thing starts breaking 186, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm going to be long and I'm going to be looking for this yellow zone up here, 188.70, 188.50, 189, or even as high as 190, to be honest. This name has been down from the start of the year and December. So I don't know. I really don't see why Apple is down this much. You know, based on the catalyst, they're having a lot of trouble with their iPhone sales, and I don't know what else. But to be honest, this is a great company, guys. As hard as it is for me to admit that it is a great company. I don't own an Apple phone. I don't like those Apple phones, but definitely the company has a lot of value in general for long term growth. So I don't know why this name out of all of them are down in the market. Like Microsoft, even Meta is just blowing through the roof. So I like grabbing names that are still behind that still have a lot of value to the upside because the reward is amazing and the risk is very minimal. I mean, if you were to grab this name right here, you would just draw this little trend line and let that be your stop loss. You know, just buy a. I'm actually in a swing already. I think I posted it in the server. I did Apple 187.50 to 26 expiration, so I'm gonna hold as long as I can. Yeah, Microsoft did take Apple out as the biggest company in America, and yes, I believe they do need some new innovation. But either way, Apple is still a great company, and you can't take that away from the value of where the stock is at right now, right? Compared to Meta. I mean, all right, let's look at Meta. Look at this thing just trending on its way up. Look at Apple. Struggling, right? Don't make me repeat that, PA, please. Um, but the thing is, the thing is that Apple, you know, just wait for this thing to catch up to the market. Wait for like a big green candle to show up. You know, wait for a huge pattern to break out, and I can almost guarantee you guys that this thing is just gonna fly through the roof and it's gonna catch up and it's gonna hit 200. That's what people are gonna target once it starts to catch a little bit FOMO. Um, and then by then, these guys are gonna want to trade Apple way at the top. Like it doesn't make sense to start trading Meta calls, right? Like if you guys look at Meta, why would you want to buy calls here? The risk to reward makes no sense. But you look at Apple, you look at the chart, and the value of Apple is still amazing, right? You would rather trade calls with something like this that you can target 200 versus Meta. What the heck is your target? You really don't have one. All you have is psychological things: 380, 385, 390, 395. How will it get there? When will it get there? Who knows? Some people are waiting to short that thing, right? While meanwhile, I'm over here waiting for Apple to give me this move from 186 all the way to 200, and I want to be there most of the way on this trend up. So that's why I like looking at names like this when they're lagging behind the markets, and I will take those risky trades and then stop out right below. Very simple. Their new Copilot keyboard button is innovative. I don't know what that is. I hope it's something good. I really wouldn't know. Don't tell nobody I use Android. People are gonna want to switch over. See, so like for example, Tesla, right? So I took a big loss on Tesla right here below the 232, and I'm okay with that. You know, I was 100% okay with that because at 232 right here, this blue line, this one, this was the demand, and here's the buyers that were in control in the past. Here would have been the breakout FOMO question mark, yes or no, and here's the broken structure, right? And these buyers reaction. That is not demand, okay? That is just your simple support. Support is not something that's gonna hold on a 4 hour time frame. It's the demand when there's a lot more candle bodies involved and more structure involved, where demand will hold or break structure. In this case, it did break structure. So even though my trade was fairly heavy here, um, I took that loss knowing with 100% conviction I would respect my stop loss, and then that's where I got out right at the open. I didn't hold that position, and yes, I got smacked very very hard. Um, but again, that's kind of those trades that I look for reversals, right? And now Tesla's just gonna chill down here. It's gonna go for earnings, and honestly, if it continues to drop all the way to 200, 205, I'm gonna be playing calls because it doesn't make sense for Tesla in general to just drop and be behind in the market. I think Tesla is still in a great company as well, same as Apple. Two names that are trending downwards that are still behind in the market while things like Meta are trending up. Makes no sense to me, but I'm just a guy with an opinion. Um, I'm going to be buying calls here at the bottom. Now, whether you guys believe in Tesla or not, based on the chart, that's kind of what I'm going to be going for. And also, if it drops down here to 195, which would be freaking amazing, it'll be considered a double bottom. So keep that in mind. For now, there's no pattern. There's nothing going on. So take it day by day on that. You guys want me to break down anything else? Please don't say NVIDIA because NVIDIA is just going through the dang one. Okay. This thing is just nonstop. Cat. All right. So since I checked out low, thank you for mentioning cat. So cat's another one though. This one I'm kind of waiting on too. So I had this little trend line, and of course I was watching this to break out too with low on Friday, but it never did. But definitely this one has dividends. Most of the times they end up dropping into dividends, and right after dividends they end up popping back up. So just keep that in mind. But this one, don't go long or short anywhere in between here. I would say 295, keep those alerts up there, or buy the dip down here around 285 and 284 level, okay? EMPH, yes. EMPH is another one that I actually waited for a couple of days ago, but it's been trending down. It hasn't showed any strength whatsoever. You guys can see, here, let me just delete everything. And you guys, please feel free to delete all your trend lines and stuff on a consistent basis. Don't have messy charts. Here's your trend. So I guess you use 110. 110 for calls, 110 for puts. Very, very simple for you on EMPH. Or you just wait for 115 to break out. Google. These are some of the names that are way up here that I don't see any value in. But 143. Use 143, or to be honest, just at a dip by level right here, looks. So it'd be like from 141.20 to about 140.80. That would be your dip by level. So let's just say you get a red Monday and we land right here, buy that thing with your stop loss right there. Sound like a plan? Otherwise, don't try to take it in between. The in between suck. Netflix, man. Netflix was super good for me. I actually swung it from Thursday to Friday. Boom. This has earnings coming up as well, so be aware that the IV is probably going to increase this week into next week as well. 494. Why 494? Because of this, right? Because of that. Then you're on the right track. Who taught you how to chart? Wait, who are you? So that's kind of what I look for too. What's up, Tiffany? There's two Tiffany's up in here. Dope. This is the other level that I like to look for. Two Tiffany's in here. Oh, okay, gotcha. um, but yeah, candle bodies 487 and 494. Long above 494, your target would be that high of the wick, or by the dip down here, honestly. But the IV will be increased the next few days, so watch out for that. Amazon's been on crack too. See, so These are the ones that again I really don't find value in, but that's what you would use. Basically, what Tiffany did earlier, she grabbed the basis and made those as entry points for upside or downside. HD. All right, HD. Go ahead and throw out some tickers, guys, if you guys want me to knock these bad boys out for you. This is actually on a really good trend right now. So all you got to do is grab like some of these candle bodies right here, UNH. So that 357, I would go long as long as we hold above 354, which was your previous flag. I ended up posting this. I think it was not last week, but the week before, and we ended up taking swings. And then we wrote it. Well, I wrote it to like right here. It's 48. I didn't get this piece right here. I didn't get that last piece, but that was a really, really good trade. UNH. Oh, shoot. All right, so we got like 10 minutes, guys. Oh, UNH. Honestly, just by looking at it, is that's what. I don't know what their earnings was. But check this. I'll give you a tip. If you go back and read the earnings reports, the earnings, um, whatever came out, as long as the guidance was good, I would use this as a dip buy right here. Okay, that's your dip buy. Otherwise, short it. Okay, I'm telling you right now. If their guidance was good, use this as a dip buy. If it wasn't good at all, short it. Hope that makes sense. IBM has earnings and is cracked out. uh, Stay away from it unless you're trying to short it, but they'll go against the moving train. A lot of these, I don't know if anybody knows, but you could use the pre-market levels as support and resistance. So use that as entries too. So don't be afraid. There's quite a bit of you guys now. I'm assuming the football game's over or is still going on. Yes, I have any tickers. I just gave quite a bit. What I will do though is I'll save this recording and post it on YouTube for anybody who missed, just in case. NQ. It almost looks like it's like flagging up here. Ulta. Over the 17 again, use that candle body right here. Once we start going over that candle body, feel free to just go long. As for a dip, I'm gonna grab this previous. Look, so let me show you. This right here was the previous base, broke above, even retested that same freaking day. I think there's probably news that day. Came down, retested, shot back up. So this is now your support, 1684. That's your supports. And now you want to use these candle bodies right here, just the candle bodies. You start breaking down below, start breaking above, go long, go short. Okay. So every time you guys see these bases, make sure you guys take note of them and use them in every occasion. Ulta. I'm waiting for Ulta to break out, to be honest, right here. Right here. If this shows strength, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll definitely grab a swing into like that 500. It's a weird mover, so you just gotta be careful. But yeah, at like 485, I'll start looking to enter Ulta. Has a strong earnings and guidance and everything. Thank Beauty Salon. Weekly bull flag? I don't know. I just see this little trend line. If that breaks, I'm down. Yeah. Holy smokes. Hey, thanks. Weekly blue phone. Yeah. I don't have everything charged. I just have alerts everywhere. Alerts, alerts, alerts. ABBV. Oh, nice. Even the weekly looks nice on this. Look at that doji. This is what I like about dojis. Here is your entry for the week. Okay. All right, that's your entry. What do I mean by that? Oops. What am I doing here? You see, that's your entry. Okay. Should be super easy for the rest of your week, man. If you focus on this alone, ABBV, as long as we're above that area, that 162, 162.50. Okay. So I'm rounding up the numbers. Go long or go short. All right. Use the market sentiment in your favor. If that sector in general, like the health sector, I think it is, I believe ABBV is, or that might be beverage. I don't know. One of those sectors. If that sector alone is what I'm saying, if they're if they're bullish the first day and then we're above that specific yellow box, go long. If most of the sector is sentiment bearish, then feel free to just short. Okay. Super easy right here. Based on the weekly doji, that's the direction that you're going to get. Just be cautious because it could snap back up. Be cautious on the upside because it could snap back down. But definitely a good one to look at. I myself will set some alerts because most likely if this thing goes green, I will be in calls. It's not an expensive name either. Not bad. You can see I already have tons of alerts. So hopefully you're saying alerts, whoever you are, iPhone. I hope you set alerts because that's how I live my life. But yeah, any last ones, guys? This thing is gonna end. I don't want to shut off on you guys. Um, last notes, I guess. If you guys look at the VIX, hasn't really moved aggressively anywhere. So there's still technically no fear in the market. All it is just volatility. Volatility means there's a lot of up and down movements. Some will not follow through, some will. So there's a mixture of a lot of things just going on in the market. So just be careful, okay? A lot of sectors are moving differently. It's the start of the new year, so a lot of investors are switching portfolios, building portfolios, etc. So it's a good time to just be cautious, right? Costco, I just say keep going long. That thing is non-stop. It hasn't stopped. It hasn't pulled back at all. Um, Everything just says go long, but there's no reward to it. Coin is one of those names that are experiencing Bitcoin. So if you're following Bitcoin, just short Bitcoin. There's too much hype behind it. So until everything cools off, just keep shorting it, okay? Especially all those names. When you guys see a lot of hype behind something, make sure to short it. And if you see too much negative news and stuff starts landing at support or demand, make sure to go long. Do the opposite of what they want you to think, okay? Basically, is what I'm telling you. But yeah, hopefully these names helped you guys. There was quite a bit of setups for those of you guys who missed it right in the beginning. PayPal breaks 61.50 for strong confirmation or dip bite down here around like 60.40, 60.50. That was PayPal. Um, Apple over 186. I'm gonna be looking for about 189, 190, 191 above there. MU, nice little trend line. Okay, so 62 sentiment above, sentiment below. I got like a minute left, like so. I'm just giving you guys the last ones that I have. These were the ones that I charted. Low only over 220 will I go long. And then the last one I believe was Disney. Disney, I just want to see its trend. I'm gonna use the pre-market levels as up or downside. To see if it attracts it into this specific trend line, right? The last one was FSLR. FSLR, very simple, nice falling wedge. I'm gonna wait for this thing to break out. It might take 2 more days, but 156 hopefully it's the bottom, and then 162 hopefully it's the breakout, right? The last one was MBB. This one was a little bit tighter, but right here, okay? But uh, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go before this shuts off. Um, you guys stay green. Please respect our stop losses, respect the charts. Don't get biased. Don't get hyped. Don't look for news. Don't look for things that are not there. Just stay green and be patient, guys. Don't catch FOMO. Take 1 or 2 trades. Don't float board anything unless your 100% conviction is strong and the setup is there. Otherwise, guys, thank you guys for coming in. Let me know if you guys have questions later on, and tag me in the chat. Chef Zones. Tag that specific name, not the bots. Okay. You guys have a good night, and hopefully your guys' football team won today, whoever they were. But anyways, stay green, guys. I'll see you next one.